Hey guys, what's going on, Max here today? Sorry, I, I will play Untitled. Okay, Thunder. Why you asking me about it? I'm what's it called? DJ Girl Gaming. Her deck is in the link down. Oh snap! See her send message because I knew people. And don't see this love her. I'm not actually gonna see it. She said she will. She said she would play, but I don't know. We're gonna make a pool. Glass. And then I need a glass. Okay, today we're talking about Daniil Kvyat, a Russian Formula One driver. Well, you know him. He's from Russia, and what team he used? He in 2014 he went to Toro Rosso. 2015 he went to Toro Rosso for the halftime and went to Red Bull. And this happened. This actually happened on the Russian Grand Prix in 2016. Um he crashed maybe Daniel Ricciardo, and he also crashed Sebastian Vettel. And he got really mad. Also, he went to talk his old team at Red Bull, Christian Horner, the team principal at Red Bull Racing, won 4 champions. Oh my god, this pool will make it really bad. And then, and all this suddenly, on Spain, for the Spanish Grand Prix, he lost his seat for Red Bull. That was a bad news for him. They knew return. He knew he decided he did not decide to go back to Rosso. So the team and the boss, the owner of the Toro Rosso, Scuderia Toro Rosso, told him to get him back. Oh my god, it's lagging so bad. Oh my god. And bad news for him. But the great news, everyone decided to bring the 18-year-old Max Verstappen for real at this time. So all Max Verstappen fans are really happy, but Dan Kvyat are really mad because he returned to Toro Rosso. I think he drive for the 26. Yeah, maybe he drive 26. He went to Russell for the whole year. There's no way to change him to Red Bull. Rain again. Don't tell me my record screen crashed. Fuck. My language. Oh yeah. So, at the United States Grand Prix in 2017, he was fired or he got kicked out of the Red Bull. I knew something was wrong with him. They didn't know he was fired to Red Bull. I mean Toro Rosso. So he had nowhere to go. So that means he went to Ferrari for a test drive. Drive the 54. That's his test name. Man, no, it's not. I'm alone, so oh my god. I'm lonely, so if DJ want to play with me, we're gonna play. If she decide to play. So holy cow! Blowhole. That is blowhole. Oh, the water spill everywhere. Oh my mouse. So there might give a chance to drop if Red Bull want Dan Kvyat to drive. And we don't know if Kimi Räikkönen will be tired. Oh, we got breaking news! There's ABC News, special report. Oh, we got news.
Reporting from Singapore, George Stephanopoulos.
Good evening and welcome to a moment of history. We are live from Singapore, where President Trump is about to become the first American president to meet with a dictator of North Korea. It is a moment rich with opportunity and risk. Success here could reduce the risk of nuclear war, usher in a new era of peace. Failure could force military action, a catastrophic conflict with U.S. troops right on the front lines. That is where President Trump will greet Kim Jong-un. It's a meeting months in the making, hard to believe that just months ago, both leaders were threatening each other with nuclear obliteration. They're expected to walk out there. It's on Sentosa Island here in Singapore, the Capella Hotel. Greet each other before the cameras, then go behind closed doors for about 45 minutes alone, only translators. And then they will be joined by the broader delegation, supposed to last most of the day, but both President Trump and Kim expected to leave Singapore before the end of the day right now. Jonathan Karl is with our White House delegation, and John, President Trump says he'll know in the first minute whether he can work with Kim.
And he also says he has been preparing George his whole life for this moment. But this has been a process that has been driven by the president, by a president acting on his own instinct and his own counsel. A president who accepted this invitation from Kim Jong-un in an instant. And that counsel, his own instinct will be driving this moment today, as you point out, George. The first meeting, extraordinary in so many ways, including the fact it will just be those two men, Kim Jong-un, Donald Trump, and the translators.
Trying to get a feel for each other, see if a peace can be forged. 65 years since the ceasefire that ended the fighting in the Korean War. Of course, there's been no peace treaty. I'm also joined by our Chief Global Affairs anchor, Martha Raddatz. And Martha, the big question on the table, is North Korea willing to give up its nuclear weapons? What can President Trump offer Kim to convince him he doesn't need them?
Well, we know that Kim Jong-un has said he will talk about denuclearization. He will discuss that, or we wouldn't be here today. President Trump made that very clear. That has to be on the table. Most experts, most former officials will tell you he will never give up those weapons. But I think if you leave the conventional wisdom about that, maybe Kim does want to come into the modern world. Maybe he does want his economy to improve. What he does want is more meetings than just this one. Both President Trump and Kim want more meetings. They say this is a process. Kim, obviously, if he decides to denuclearize, it will take a while. But this is something we will not know the result of for a long time. But what he wants in exchange is security without weapons if it comes to that.
Process that could take months and years. Anchor David Muir also here. We know, David, that nuclear weapons are what got Kim here today, and he's already achieved what his father, what his grandfather couldn't, sharing a stage with the American president.
No question, George, and the numbers when it comes to that nuclear arsenal just stunning. Under Kim Jong-un, they've launched more ballistic missiles than his father and grandfather combined. 4 of the 6 nuclear tests have happened under Kim Jong-un. That hydrogen explosion just a few months back, believed to be larger than Hiroshima. But George, as you point out, many observers say the first victory for Kim Jong-un is just appearing in moments here with the President of the United States, the leader of the free world.
And the gentleman about to come out right now. We expect to see Kim Jong-un. Both the president and Kim Jong-un are there. They will be walking from opposite sides as we see President Trump getting prepared to walk to center stage. And there it is. The first handshake between the United States president and North Korean dictator, Donald Trump, Kim Jong-un, 65 years in the making. We can't read exactly what President Trump was saying to Kim Jong-un there, but he is now facing the cameras. No smiles from their men, but a thank you from President Trump. And they will now go behind closed doors for that one-on-one meeting with translators. Some smiles now that they're in the corridor. The first greeting between the United States president, North Korean dictator. Guess they're getting started before they go behind closed doors, Jonathan Call.
Unbelievable moment, George. I mean, just to look at those two individuals, those two leaders, two of the most unpredictable leaders in the world, standing together over the most of the past year, George. The conversation back and forth was taunting, was personal insults, was talk of war. And there you see getting that. Now, I think what we've just seen.
The cameras are getting together now to go, John. Yeah, that was apparently choreographed. The question is what will happen when they get behind those closed doors. We're going to see a minute of that. And David Mirror.
There's the moment saying, guys. Hold on a second.
Before the cameras, and then when they got behind that pill, saw them both break into smiles.
Into smiles with the world watching. And I'm so curious, George, how much English Kim Jong-un actually understands.
Watch on live stream on your TV. Moments ago, the president and the North Korean leaders meet together about the war, about, I don't know, like 5 minutes ago. And then, look at that.
For at least the first meeting here, a good part of that first
This is the first time. Oh, holy.
Speaking in English that Kim Jong-un will understand, and perhaps it will offer some English in return.
Martha Raddatz, up until the last several months, the American who probably knew Kim Jong-un best was Dennis Rodman, the former basketball player. Mike Pompeo, though, the Secretary of State, has met with him in recent months heading up to this meeting. We also believe, though don't know for sure, that President Trump has likely talked to him over the phone.
Hold on a second. We're going to turn off the air, so let me see you next time, guys.